that is all the reason I need, and maybe all the reason you need, to go to the other side of the island, at least for lunch. Hey, I'm Morgan from the very unofficial travel guides. Welcome to Princess Cays. Princess Cays is a private, island destination that we're visiting on our cruise here on the Carnival Sunrise. Many cruise ships nowadays, or cruise lines, have some kind of private island or private destination. For instance, we are going to be cruising with the Disney Dream next week and going to Castaway Cay, Disney's private island. And today we are here on Princess Cays, and I'm glad to take you with me. Let's go check it out. Out there is our ship, the Carnival Sunrise. Like I said, at this port, as with many of the private islands, there is no dock or jetty. You have to take a tender boat. So you jump out a hole on the side of the ship, get into boats with some other passengers from the cruise, and then we cruised all the way over here. And just on the other side of that wooden structure is where we exited. Now, everybody's coming out this way. This is the only way to go when you first arrive. And you can see, if I turn around here, that's Marcus, by the way. Hi, Marcus. You can see that there is a beach already, right here. And my experience is that the beach closest to the jetty, or closest to where you get out of the boats, is the one that becomes the most crowded, just because people don't take the time to explore and see if maybe there's another possibility. So that's what we're gonna do now. We're gonna go looking around to see what is the beach that's maybe the furthest away from here, because I bet that's gonna be the least crowded, or the one that gets crowded the latest. Does that make sense? How helpful to find a map here. So this is where we just exited, I believe. And we are now standing, I want to say, here. And I think that probably the most practical beach to go to now is going to be over here, because I'm assuming that most people are going in this direction. So we're going to turn around, walk back this way, and try to find here Davy Jones' locker, the clamshells, and the swimming and snorkeling area over here. As we walk back now towards where we got off the tender boat, I can tell you already it is very warm here. It's January 3rd or 4th right now. January 2nd, 3rd, it's January 4th. So up in most of the United States or Germany, where we came from, it is cold and rainy or snowy. And here it is hot, hot, hot. It's not even 9 o'clock in the morning, and I bet it's at least 80 degrees with a very high humidity. And I'm definitely not complaining. Here's the little harbor where we got off the tender boat. This is the other side of that wooden structure I was telling you about. And here you can see this sign to the north side and the south side. And we're going to the south side now, down this way. And just as I assumed, there is really, literally nobody here. And we only walked like 5 minutes in the other direction. And we're like the first people over here. We could take any chair we wanted, which is what we're gonna do now. Look at this. Amazing. This feels like vacation to me. And like I said, it also feels really warm. Hot, hot, hot. These two empty chairs, I mean, like I said, all the chairs are empty still over here, but these two are sort of smiling at us at this part of the beach. We have a nice view of the ship. We've got some shade overhead. This is gonna be a great day. Hello, sand between my toes. I've missed you. We have now walked all the way down the beach here. You can see there's the ship for perspective. I just wanted to see what was on the other side of the point here, and I can tell you what it is. It's rocks. On the other side of the point are rocks. But it was a nice walk, and I think it's fun to go exploring when you're at places like this. And I kind of like that it's possible to, you know, just sort of like walk around, and there are sort of paths through the trees and stuff like that. So it's not just like, it's not like being at an amusement park, you know, which I think is kind of like what Royal Caribbean has turned Coco Cay into. That it's now more like, it doesn't, I mean, I haven't been there since they redid it, but from what I've seen, it looks really cool. It looks like an amazing water park, but it doesn't, at least from the pictures and the videos I've seen, that sort of tropical island, you know, like secret paradise feeling seems to be gone like it is here. Lunch is going to be coming up soon, and after lunch, I'm going to show you then the other parts of the island, in case you're wondering what else there is to do here, at least what the other beaches look like. But like I said, first, the num-nums. Lunch on the island is a barbecue. I'm going to show you that in a minute, and it is included in the price of your cruise. An interesting thing to note, however, is if you have the drink package, meaning you pay one price and then you can drink as many, like, you know, colas and cocktails a day that you want. If you have that on the ship, it is not valid on the island, and that's kind of odd to me, but that's how it is. And here we are at the Sea Breeze Grill. Just to give you a little perspective, just on the other side here is where we got off of the tender boat, so it's really close. All right, we got some grilled broccoli salad, and if those croutons are as good as the croutons on the ship, they're gonna be amazing. Some coleslaw, couscous, and some pumpkin salad as well. They have other things too, check it out. Pumpkin salad tastes kind of fruity, and there's also raisins in it. I don't know, maybe it's a traditional sort of Caribbean flavor. The broccoli I tried already, it's good. It has it's kind of like marinated. It tastes like there might be like some vinegar or something in there. Try the coleslaw. Coleslaw also has raisins in it. Oh, it has a nutty flavor. I don't like that. I mean, all of these things, I would much prefer being back on the ship and having another taco from Blue Iguana, but for a free barbecue on the island. The couscous. Oh, very flavorful. Light and fluffy. Nice. I don't want to say spicy, but like, oh, very flavorful. We got off the tender boat here, and we were here. And this is then that point that we walked around where I said, eventually it just becomes rocks. Or maybe I didn't say that. It's rocks. But we walked all the way up the beach here, and eventually it just becomes rocks. Rocks. Basketball court here. This is what we already saw and now we're back here and we're gonna go check out this area. And I'm not sure if I mentioned it yet, but
it is hot.
All right, this is the first beach you come to if you walk to the left when you get off of the tender ships. It's a bigger bay, but it does look like there are some rocks underneath here. Definitely bring water shoes, or just be really careful when you go in the water here because it is rocky and the sand is sort of like, it's like coral sand. Over here, this is a roped off area where you can do a stingray encounter. As I assumed, this side of the island is much, much more crowded. There are also plenty of places to buy sort of Bahamas and typical vacation type souvenirs like towels and, you know, snow globes, ornaments, keychains, things like that. And OMG, check this out. This is the line for the buffet restaurant on this side of the island. That is all the reason I need, and maybe all the reason you need, to go to the other side of the island, at least for lunch. There's some kind of viewing platform here, so let's go up and take a look. And here's one of these cabanas you can rent for the day. I don't know the price, but I remember hearing it and thinking it was much more than I wanted to spend. But if you have that in your budget, it's certainly a nice luxury because this is your view. Not bad at all. And this is as far up the path as we're gonna get because we do not have a sanctuary bungalow. And it says here, private area. Only sanctuary passengers beyond this point. Well, fine, Princess Cays. Be that way. I didn't want to go to your stupid bungalow anyways. I kind of did, though. And now we're on the tender boat, waiting for our ride back to the ship. If there's one piece of advice that you take out of this video, then do what I say, and when you get off the tender boat onto the island in the morning, take a right and go to the south side of the island. Unless, of course, you've rented a cabana, then you have to go to the other way anyways. Or if you prefer more crowded beaches and waiting for like an hour in line for the buffet for lunch, then you can go to the north side as well. This is our third day on board the Carnival Sunrise. There's going to be more videos coming from this series, coming from this cruise, and next week I'll be on the Disney Dream doing a lot of comparisons of that as well. So be sure to check back here sometime soon. You can follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and I will see you next week. I'm touching a cruise ship, touching a cruise ship.